Well, I did it, and I can't believe how insanely hard the last week has been, wrapping up that entire house by myself. And I went above and beyond repairs, maintenance, cleaning. It was immaculate, and selling and getting rid of everything in the house, and then making the 2-day journey up to Cranbrook. I got up at 4:30 this morning to finish the trip. And then I finally reached the place that I'm at now, and it took me a long time to unload my car because I just packed it with all the things that I wanted and needed. And now we are finally in this lovely tent in the middle of a forest, and I just can't believe it's over. I have wanted to leave Sidney for so long, and when I made the initial decision, it was 2.5 months that I had to prepare for and wait, and now it's finally over, and I'm never going back to Vancouver Island. I don't like it there. I would rather be homeless. Well, a motorhome is in the works, but for now this is my home for the summer. This beautiful sunshine as the sun goes down, and the dogs are just exhausted. Oh, I just can't believe how amazing this is. It's over. Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, second night. My dogs are like, who are you talking to? He's sleeping like a baby. No coyotes last night. What am I gonna do today? My dogs took themselves out for a good good run this morning. So all three of them are off leash now, running around, and so first thing in the morning I let them out. Because it's like before anybody's waking up, like if they happen to go through somebody's like an area where somebody else is camping or whatever, then they're not really going to be seen or not likely to have their dogs out, whatever. So I'll let them run early in the morning for a while. And Suhaila was the first one to come back, and I just can't believe what a bad influence Mayanna is on Paloma. Like she's the one who shows them, hey, look, we can go this far for this long. And Paloma was sticking around here when he was off leash with Suhaila, right? He was just kind of like always within my view, right? Like just around here, but like, you know, Mayanna will take him where I can't see them, and they'll be gone for like half an hour or something, which is fine, honestly. Like last time I was out here, Suhaila and Mayanna would go and they'd be gone for a couple of hours sometimes, and I just didn't worry because they'd come back and they're exhausted, you know. I just can't express enough how much huskies love to run, and I'm just not really worried about it. I don't know. That being said, it's better safe than sorry, so I will be gearing them up with trackers. I don't like the idea of putting microchips in my dogs. I also don't like the idea of shock collars. I don't know, like I've just done everything. I just like my dogs in their most natural state, right? Like I've said in a previous video that like it's hard for me to even consider fixing them. You know, my oldest female is fixed, but I just don't like the idea of mutilating them and having such a big part of their being changed forever. You know, like even myself as a woman having menstruation every month, right? And ovulation and, you know, like all the phases. You know, women are so like dependent on our cycle, like to orchestrate our moods and like the things that we're feeling on our energy levels and whatever, right? It has a lot to do with who we are. And same with my dogs, right? It has absolutely a lot to do with who they are. So that being said, though, now that I have a male, I have to get my second oldest female fixed because it's just a nightmare. Like, you know, I have to keep her in a diaper now. Before I would just put like old sheets on the places where she would lay down and stuff, and I would just wash them. She really doesn't bleed a lot. Mop the floors every night. She doesn't bleed a lot, and it was really manageable. But now that I have a male, it's just brutal because he changes everything about himself. He becomes obsessed with her and very protective of her, will not leave her side to the point where he won't even eat. He won't even relieve himself because he's just so, you know, like under her pheromonal spell. You know, it's wild to watch. But so for that reason, I will have to get her fixed. You know, otherwise I wouldn't. But as for Paloma, I don't know. I just don't want him to change. And Suhaila has had a hell of a time ever since she got fixed. Her coat, like her fur coat, it hasn't been shedding properly. You know, it gets stuck, and I have to go in there and like her skins and her fur, I gotta like scrape out her underlayer. So, you know, and you can see she's got like a red tinge to her, you know, that's from the fur. It's like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a burn essentially on their fur.
it's an indication of unhealthy hair. And her motivation and energy has just gone down the toilet. You know, I know a lot had to do with our living situation in Sydney, but um, I don't know. Like, we'll see how this place heals her, right? But she's just so lethargic, and she's just changed, you know, ever since she got fixed. It's almost like it kind of cut half her spirit away. So, but I'm excited to see how she does out here. She gets to run all day long, and she's already happier, much happier that I can see. It's nice to see her, you know, getting her sassiness back. She was the most challenging dog I've ever had. So sassy, so like, I can choose no. You want me to come? I know I could say no. And, you know, she would get resentful, you know, like she would remember things. Like, she's very, very, very smart. She was, oh, that dog, man. Some things that she did. I remember I was driving, I had a Ford Focus with the sunroof for my first car, and she was sitting up in the front seat with me, and I was driving in Tofino, slowed down because I was about to turn, right? So I stopped and went to go and take a turn, and she jumped right out of the sunroof down the front of my car because she just wanted to run and be free and explore. And then she used to, anytime I'd leave her in the vehicle, I went to go sell a guitar once, and so I just stopped into this guy's house just to bring the guitar up to the entranceway, and he invited me in so that he could use it for a minute, test it out. And as soon as I closed the door, I just hear Suhaila just howling in the car. She's so heartbroken that I had left her there. It was such a sad howl. God, the crazy things that I have done with her specifically. My first dog, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, she was. But you know, that's what you go through, all these different experiences, you know, and they're not fun at the time, but they make good stories. So, yeah. I'm excited to see her get her spirit back. But anyways, so yeah, my dogs are wiped. Mayana and Paloma. Suhaila came back when I called, and Mayana and Paloma took their sweet time, and it's because of Mayana. She's a bad influence. So, yeah, and it was like, I don't know, it was just like half an hour. And considering where we've just kind of gotten here, and you know, I'm like going slowly with things. I don't want them to be gone for half an hour at a time without checking in with me first, especially because this is Paloma's first time being out like with this much freedom. So yeah, I started up the car to drive down the road. They're just literally over at the next campsite over there. You know, it's like within, like, I can see it from here. So they're snooping around over there. I think the people leave some of their camping stuff there so that nobody steals their spot, and then they come out on the weekends. I think that's what a lot of people do. So they were snooping around in there for quite a while, and as soon as I got in my car, drove over there, and I could see them running back to the campsite. I'm like, of course. And then they noticed I wasn't gone, and then they came running down the road, jumped in the car, just gassed, just totally out of breath. They're still panting. So yeah, so a whole lot of nothing today. I might do some reading. I might I really want to start doing some basket weaving. There is just shitloads of pine needles out here, and I'm waiting for a book to arrive that I've ordered that is about basket weaving with pine needles, but I think I already know how to do it, so I might give that a go. I'm looking to do all kinds of crafty little things out here. Oh, so I planted my tobacco seeds last night before I went to sleep. I don't know, just felt like a good time. So I actually found a whole bunch of There's just like a big pile of cow manure over here. I know, shocking. No, there's tons of cows here. In these 2 rows there. And then I just have some fertilizer. This patch here gets just blasted with sun. And then the manure here will kind of act like mulch. And I'm sure it has more nutrients and stuff in it. So we'll see how she does. It's very late in the season, obviously, to be planting anything, but it's just so sunny here. So I thought they might just shoot up double time. And then I don't know, maybe I'll dig them up and then put them in pots and bring them with me. Have a couple tobacco plants in my RV. Because cigars are so important. Here, like Suhaila, you know, she's got loose hair. Oh, I think I got all of it already. Yeah, but see here, like this should just pull out effortlessly, you know, but let me see. Where is your looser stuff here? Okay, so here, she's got some chunks. Like this here would normally just fall out effortlessly, but I'm having to pull it, you know, quite firmly to release it all. And that's because of matting that she has in her undercoat. So going through this stuff with a brush is a bitch. Like, you can kind of see it's like really fuzzy down here, where you can kind of see that it's sort of matted, right? And I've gone through her whole coat a couple of times with a grooming kit that I bought, and it took me forever. I think it took me like 3 hours to go through her whole coat. So it's not easy once it starts doing that. Yeah, so I've got a bit of work to do here, and I can also see that because of the matting, she's got some dry skin occurring here. So I put olive oil on this to loosen it up, which is good. It'll come out. But yeah, really dry, flaky skin because of her coat issues. So you want to just get as much out as possible. You know, because it's just like if like matting on a dog is bad. If there's matting, you're gonna get bacteria and more heat gets trapped inside there, and it's just not good. So yeah, hopefully with this more exercise she gets out here, maybe it'll help her coat to blow out more naturally again, as she recovers from the lethargy of the last year and being depressed in our old place and whatever else she's going through. But this is what I'm going to be working on for probably the next hour.
There is a storm coming at some point, so we have covered everything up, put everything away, and we're just chilling in the tent for now. Not sure when it's gonna hit, but it's dark and the wind comes and goes and I can smell rain. So maybe it'll pass over us, but it's good to be prepared just in case. Okay, your first thunderstorm. A lot of firsts for you. So that is the only annoying thing about sleeping in a tent and having dogs, is that anything that comes creeping around, even if it's a harmless like couple coyotes, you know, my dogs they'll bark and sound off the alarm and let me know that there's something there, and it just makes it impossible to sleep outside. So obviously the coyotes are in this area tonight. So even though I scared them off now, because they weren't going away, like I thought Mayanna would calm down her barking and they would eventually leave and get the point, you know, that there's like danger here. But they weren't backing off. She just kept on getting louder and more aggressive with her barking. So yeah, I got out of the tent and got into the vehicle and started it so I could shine the light on the campsite, and then I blasted music just to try to scare whatever it is off. I didn't see it. I didn't see what was creeping around, but regardless, I just, whatever it is, it's in the area and it'll probably be back out of curiosity. And if I want to get any sleep tonight, then I think I'm gonna have to sleep in the car. So we're all gonna hunker down in the car tonight. That's the plan. It's like almost 2 in the morning, which is fine. I got my 2 dogs back there, and then Paloma and I will just have to make it work. Well, I think I speak for all 4 of us when I say that that was bullshit. God. So this morning, I'm going to take Suhaila, well, all of them into town, but I'm going to give Suhaila a bath. They have a really nice walk-in, like, doggy bath area where you can just, like, pay and just give a dog like a, you know, a full-on bath in this little trough. It's really nice. Yeah, so just to help her loosen up her fur and really clean her, all the bacteria and skin and stuff, and just see if that helps a bit to get all that shit out of there. She's trying to shed, so I don't know if it's probably just half of it's just stuck in there. But anyways, what the fuck else do I have to do today? I don't know. I can't remember. My brain's not on yet. It'll come to me. I gotta do a few things. And then when I get back, I'm gonna be setting up. I don't know, we'll see. It's really nice and spacious in that tent, and I was having the best sleeps, you know, up until the critters started coming around. I'm just wondering what I can put up around the tent to kind of like deter them. Or I'd really like to order a trail cam. That's something else I have to do because I'd like to know what exactly it is. Oh, that's right. So I'm out here with no bear spray and no knife. That's a first for me. I don't know where the hell I lost my knife or my bear spray over the time. It's just been a while since I've been outdoors, so I'm gonna go buy a nice big fat knife and some bear spray. And maybe a bear banger would also be wise. That would help to scare anything off. Because, you know, I'd have to set up my car for sleeping like every night. And like, I don't want to do that. I'd like to get used to being, and I'd like my dogs to get used to being outside, you know, in a tent. I'm not concerned about any big thing coming through here. It's just the coyotes. So, yeah, I don't really want to do the car thing. That said, it's really quite unpleasant when that does happen. It's not the easiest thing in the world to be all alone out here in the forest and to have to, you know, pop your head out and come out here by yourself in the complete blackness and get to the car and like handle the situation, you know, trying to keep all the dogs in the tent because I don't want one of them to slip out while I'm getting out, because the last thing I want is one of my dogs running off into the night. It's not that I'm worried that they won't come back. It's that I don't want them chasing whatever is out there. If it's coyotes, then the coyotes will lead the dog right to its pack, and then, you know, a pack of coyotes against one dog, they would tear the dog to shreds. And if it's any other animal, you know, they'll chase it until it's far, and either a bear will turn around and be like, all right, enough of this shit, or if it's deer or moose or something, right, my dogs will just keep on chasing it because they think it's fun. They chased a moose once off, and yeah, that was funny. They chased it for a long time. Yeah, so it's not that fun. It's not that fun to, you know, having no idea what's out here and being all alone. And then, you know, like, it's not like I handle it well because I know it needs to be done, right? But I'm just like putting myself mentally through the motions. Get out of the tent, get to the car, start the car, turn the lights on, move the vehicle in a way where the lights are on the whole area, blast music, keep the dogs in the tent, scare everything off, keep it going for a while, you know. I'm just da-da-da-da-da-da-da, because I'm shaking, you know, quite honestly, right? Like, I still have a nerve, like my nerves get to me, but I'm just going through the motions. It would scare anybody to have to come out here and, like, I have no idea what I'm going to run into out here, right? Like, what if it was a bear that crept up from over there and I couldn't hear it because it's just all grass over there, and I pop out of my tent completely unarmed in the middle of the night, all alone in the middle of the forest, in total darkness, you know, face to face with a bear. I don't know. It's a little unnerving. My mind, like, prepares me for everything. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Blah, blah, blah. I just feel like I have a bunch of word diarrhea this morning because my brain's not turned on yet.
I got some things. Just a regular kind of multi-purpose utility knife. And a big stabby knife. Just kidding. Worst case scenario. And then I took Suhaila into a place where I could give her a bath with some special de-shedding shampoo and give her a really thorough bath. And then I went and picked up some stuff to help her coat, to see if we can dig some more of that out now that she's nice and clean. So I got a dematting tool, which looks really good, and then this guy, which should also do a really good job at pulling all that hair out, you know, the stuff that's really stuck under there. And then conditions and moisturizes dog hair. So I'm going to spray that on there as well to kind of help loosen everything up. So today she's getting lots of special treatment, and of course I picked up some bones for all the doggies. Loma's enjoying his, oops, and Mayanna's over there enjoying hers, and Suhaila's just beat. God, I look so tired, because I am freaking tired. I'm going on like 3 hours of sleep right now. I kept on like forgetting things because I had to go shopping for quite a bit of stuff, and I kept forgetting doing things. I left my wallet here at the campsite. I had to drive all the way back and grab it, and it's just so tiring. So then I got this guy. I haven't seen this yet, so oh wow, it's a really solid knife. Very, very solid. It's beautiful. The dogs are after a squirrel again. Yeah, that's pretty, it's a pretty hefty knife. And a flint. So, I mean, I needed a, it comes with a flint. It's crazy. Cool. Yeah, so, you know, I needed a utility knife because I don't know what the hell I did with mine. All my knives just seem to have disappeared over the years, along with my hatchet. My bow is broken as well, and blah, blah, blah. So, no. Watch it. Pluma. Pluma. Go this way. So, yeah. But I do feel a little bit better. I mean, heaven forbid, worst case scenario. You know, if something happens, middle of the night, a bear comes into the tent, then I can stab it in the neck. I'm just kidding. I'm really not concerned about big game coming through here at all. Just the coyotes. Just coyotes and little nocturnal creatures that come around are all I'm really concerned about in terms of waking up the dogs. Ooh, and I also got a headlamp. That will come in very handy. Yeah, I got a bunch of food and supplies and more dog food, and you know, I was going to clean up quite a few things today, but I've just eaten. I'm stuffed now. So, you know, when you eat, when you're super tired, it's like you don't have the energy to break it all down because you're already so tired. So now I feel really lethargic. I might actually just lay down on this blanket here and take a nap. To be honest, I'm just gonna put that back in here for now. Shit, why didn't I get a cover for it? Yeah, so Honestly, I'm so freaking tired. I can't even fathom doing anything else right now, so. I should have said I can't even handle doing anything else right now because I can't. I'm such a klutz. Forgetting everything, stumbling over everything. Like, I just not functioning at all on this lack of sleep. Okay, I'm gonna relax now. Alright, so I got this set up for all of us to sleep inside the vehicle tonight. Hopefully this will work. This is my bed. Nice and cushy, lots and lots of foamy and whatever, nice and spacious. I really don't want to share it with a dog. If I have to, I will. And then we've got 3 sleeping areas here. So on the bottom, and then here, and then around the other side of the vehicle. We have that sleeping area, which is pretty big as well. So I'm thinking they all like to curl up and nestle in. That should be plenty of room. So I have been using this brush, which is the dematting tool, for the last probably hour and a half, just going through literally one side of her. And the difference is just, I can't believe it. Like, for the first time, she's actually getting her matting out, and I'm gonna have to go over her a few times, but this is all soft and her white fur is under there and the red is disappearing. But it just works fantastic. You just, you work your way down and you really collect all that matting, that's been under there for God knows how long, giving her sores and flaky skin and all that. So this is all I've been doing for the last hour and a half. It's probably going to take me maybe 3 days to really go through her entire body thoroughly, but I'm just so impressed with this tool. And then, giving her that bath earlier with the de-shedding shampoo and conditioner. Yeah, it's awesome. I feel really, really excited for her. I think she'll feel a lot better with that off too. Just look at it. It's so different. It was just so thick before, and now it's just starting to see her. She used to have just the plushest, softest coat ever, and then now it's returning to that. It's really nice to see. So figured out what the animal was. See if I can find it here. There it is. It's an elk. Quiet. Come on, camera. There it goes. Quiet. Wait for it to come into the clear. There it goes. So you're not going to be able to see this very well, but we are fortunate enough to be visited by an entire elk herd over there. Yeah, there you go. You can see them moving kind of behind those trees. There they go. You can see the one moving. So there's a whole herd back there. The camera's just really shitty. How beautiful. That's amazing. No, they're totally fine. Leave them alone. There you go. You see that one moving out into the clearing. There's a whole elk herd. Pretty incredible. That's the only one that you can see because it's closer, but there's a few back there. So, it is our first night, all of us in the car. Paloma is taking up all the air. So far, so good. Oh, blinding. Everybody seems comfortable. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of elk out there, which is pretty cool. The dogs don't know the difference between, what's a threat. They just pick up on whatever is
new. So, I don't know. I wonder if it's the elk that was wandering around last night. I really don't know. But regardless, I do feel good about my decision to move into the car, the SUV rather, because no matter what's out there, my dogs are going to alert me and it's going to become really annoying. And there seems to be there's enough room in here. So, anyway, seems like it's going to be a much more peaceful night. Hey, why are you quit breathing so much? I'm going to open the windows again. Huh? Just taking up all the air. Little monkey. He's a monkey. Anyways, alright, good night. See you tomorrow.